Good morning, everybody. Broadcasting live from Mazatlan, Mexico. I'm Bill the Geek, and this is the Bill Dallas Lewis channel. We go live every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Central Time. And on the Bill Dallas Lewis channel, we make videos about the joys of living in Mexico. We're here, we're live, and we're ready to have some fun this morning. If you're new here, if this is your first time, let us know where you are. Leave a comment. Tell us what the weather's like. Tell us if you want to move to Mexico. Do you want to live in Mexico? Just ask any questions, make any comments that you would like. And we're just here to be informative and to help people learn about living in Mexico. And I'm trying to get this microphone together here, and to help everybody have fun with the joys. Oh, here we go. Of the joys of living in Mexico. We're very fortunate this morning. We have good electricity. We have high-speed internet, and we got people in the house this morning. We got William Mustache Stone Man in the house. Miss Sam is in the house. Buenos dias, Miss Sam. We got Profe Agayu. Good morning from Puebla, Mexico. I got to make that trip, see what's going on there. We got a total newbie in the house, Pamela Watt. And she's looking for some acreage. And Pamela, right off the bat, let me say this. What am I looking for here? Oh, here you go. Go to my website, buildthegeek.org, FAQs. There's a link on top of the site. It says FAQs. And I have two realtors there. One is a realtor. Her name is Kimberly Cook. She's a very good realtor in the Mazatlan area. And then I do regular videos with Katie Ibarra in the Chapala, Ajijic, Jocotepec area. You can contact either one of those realtors, and they will help you if those are areas that you are interested in looking at. We got pretty boy Brian Maiden in the house. Jack Webb in the house. Our phlebotomist is from Morelia. I've known her for years and didn't know that. She said Morelia is hot for gringo picks. Oh, that's very interesting. We got Mary Jane. Mary Jane is in the house from Denver, Colorado. Dave James. Good morning from Olympia, Washington. Great to have you here. Matt, Ola, everyone from Guadalajara. I hope you're having a good time in Guadalajara, great city. Whatever. Lowell, Jack Webb, I'm checking out Morelia on my next trip down there. And William Mustache Stone Man is going to Morelia, if I'm not mistaken, in May. And Morelia is surrounded by 8 cities, or they call them Pueblos Mágicos. Pueblos Mágicos. And, and one of them is the city of the monarch butterflies. I think the month of May is when the monarch butterflies take off. So I'm sure that William Mustache Stone Man will be checking that out. David Drucker, good morning from Grand Pass, Oregon. There you go. Thank you. I will. There you go. Yeah. And Pamela, you can always email me directly. I believe that my email is in that FAQ list. We have a lot of information to share with you today. Lowell, where are you? Stowe, Vermont. I bet it's getting chilly there about right now. And one of my favorite names on the internet is She Thinks So She Speaks. Buenos dias, everyone. Raining and cold here. Nothing worse than rainy, cold weather. The weather is excellent here. There you go. I'll be in Ahi for a month in mid-January. Uh-oh. Oh, Jack Webb. Because Jack Webb got a crib in Ahi pretty much. Virginia. What benefits do I have being an American? Maybe you mean American, married to a Mexican native. Do I still start the process in New York consulate? And I know I don't need to show money. You know what? Since you're Virginia, I don't know, but tell you what, go to buildthegeek.org/FAQs and contact my immigration attorney. His name is what is his name? Jack Webb knows his name. But he's gotten me like 3 or 4 visas. You can call him on the phone or you can email him and offer him. He won't ask for any money, but offer him, $20, $50 for his help. But he can answer all of those questions. It would seem to me that if you're married to a Mexican, maybe you can just go for a full visa passport kind of deal. Something like that. Okay. Miriam Newmark, happy Saturday, Bill. Greetings to all of our friends. Ola Miriam, she lives right downstairs from me, Brian Maiden. Welcome to the family, Pam. And there's my main girlfriend. She's up in Canada right now, looking all fly and everything. Javelina Flips. Good morning, Bill and chat. And tell you what, the girl got some years on her, but you ought to see her dance. That girl, she can dance. If she was out with Michael Jackson, that girl can jam. She just surprise you to death. Okay, so let's get back. Let's get back to see what's going on, see who is in the house. Katrina the Maker is in the house. Verlaine, Ola Verlaine, American. Okay, we got that. SJ, good morning from Southern California. Hoping to find myself in Bucerias next year. Bucerias. Oh, Bucerias is a wonderful place. And for those of you that don't know, it's about 10 miles north of Puerto Vallarta. It's about 3 or 4 miles south of Sayulita and San Pancho. And it's a sleepy town. Not too many people know about Bucerias. It's a great place. Jack Webb, after Morelia and Guanajuato, I'm headed down to Oaxaca. And I've been to Morelia. I've been to Guanajuato. I love both places. Albero, there you go. Thank you, Jack Webb. Albaro. And that, Virginia, that is my immigration attorney. You can find all of his contact information at buildthegeek.org/FAQs. There's a link for FAQs at the top of the page. Burn, what's up? Good morning, amigo Burn. I will be in Malake next weekend. Malake is a great place. It's on the West Coast, like we are here. There are 2 cities. There's Malake, and then there's Barra de Navidad right next to it. And there are expats there. It's very affordable, wonderful place. Autumn Green in the house, Mr. Mustache. Heading to Puerto Vallarta, Bucerias, and then to Sayulita in January. Looking forward to the next adventure. And I tell you what, I was in Sayulita about a year ago, I think. It was either a year or 2 ago. I spent a few nights there. Sayulita is awesome. And Sayulita draws a total different international group of tourists. Like here in Mazatlan, you get a lot of Canadians. Puerto Vallarta, you get a lot of Americans. But Sayulita, you get people from all over the world and young people. I hate to say it, but a lot of hot young chicks. I like places with hot young chicks. I don't want to go to no retirement centers anytime soon, but Sayulita is one of my favorite places in Mexico thus far. And then, lo and behold, we have that girl, my former neighbor in the house, who I believe is in Albuquerque. And we're so happy that you could join us. That girl, she's a rocket scientist. Thank you, Brain. I'm in Texas. All my exes are in Texas. Okay, Lenora. Hello, Lenora. William, when will you be in Puerto Vallarta? There you go. I think he said January. Okay, so we got a lot going on here. I'm getting ready. Okay, we got 43 people in the house, 15 likes. Please click the like button. That helps me with YouTube, and it gets me more subscribers. My videos go higher up so more people can see them. So please click the like button. And if you're new here, click that subscribe button. We have a lot of content coming out. I've been relieving stress. I've been relieving stress all this week. Actually, I've been relieving stress for about 2 weeks because on Monday, I leave for my trip to, where am I going? I'm going to here. I'm going to start my trip at Lagos de Moreno. Lagos de Moreno right here. And I'm going to spend 2 or 3 days there. So I'm going to fly into Leon, and my flight leaves Monday morning at 6 a.m. And I have kind of interesting information about my flight details. But I'm going to fly into Leon, go right to Lagos de Moreno. I'm going to do a video about Lagos de Moreno. And in Leon, on the 17th of November, which will be that Friday, that's a week from yesterday, they have Latin America's largest hot air balloon festival. They put up 600 hot air balloons, and they do that for 4 days. And so I have all of my thank God that for you folks that contribute to the channel. With your contributions, I was able to pay for all of my airfare, all of my hotel accommodations, and so the only thing that is not paid for thus far is ground transportation. And like today, I don't have any clips for you, but I'm going to leave early Monday morning, and I will return next Sunday, and I will have so many video clips. I'll have enough video clips to share with you every Saturday, like forever. I'll have video clips because Leon is the leather capital of Mexico, all kinds of leather shops. They have big culture there. Lagos de Morenos, which means the city of people of color or dark, the city of the dark people. I'll have all kinds of videos of that. I'm going to do videos about my air flight there. I'm going to stay in a hotel for 2 days in Lagos de Morenos. I'll have video of that. I need videos. I need to put up videos so I can get more subscribers. If I go to the bathroom, I'm going to make a video about it. I'm going to show you those clips. So I'm really excited. Everything is all organized. And I learned something. Let me get back over here. Ken Art. Hola, Ken Art. Que paso, Jack Webb. Sitting here with our urologist, born in Egypt, immigrated to New York as a kid for fun, went to med school in Monterey, speaks Arabic, French, Armenian, English, Spanish fluently. Brilliant. That is just, it's amazing. Like I've spent some time in Europe, and I met so many multilingual people in Europe. I was in Great Britain, Germany, Italy, and Turkey. And in the United States, I mean, people are so non-educated in the United States, but these international people, and they can speak all these languages. God bless them. Okay. Okay. Let me keep rolling here. We got good morning, Bill. How are you feeling today? Your cough seems to be getting. I am much better. You guys don't know. I thought I was going to die. I mean, I was really sick. That was like 2 months ago. I thought I was going to die. It was either COVID or a really bad flu, but I feel much better. And thank you for asking. But anyway, the trip is all planned. It's pretty much paid for. And I'm excited. I'm really excited for this trip. Now let's talk. Well, first of all, before I say anything else, there you go, Brian Maiden. January 1 to 3. There you go, right there. And Mary Jane, so super sticker, Mary Jane. Thank you very much for contributing to the channel. That's almost half a night for a hotel. Thank you so much. And your contributions help me pay for this trip. Oh, look who's in the house. Hat Powser. Good morning, peeps. I think you overslept last week, you said, but thanks for blessing us with your presence today. Oh, here you go. Here you go. Jack, I speak English, Spanish, and hillbilly very well. Good for you, Jack Webb, given where you live. Okay. Now, we got, William Stoneman. Bill, is there any way that we can provide message another member of the chat group? Okay, I'm reading this. Is there any way that we can provide message? I think you're trying to say, how can we communicate with members? William Stoneman, just tell the group who it is that you want to communicate with and have them email me. That's the best I can do right now. Have them email me, and then I can, I have William Stoneman, I have your email. So if you let me know who, I can say, hey, William Stoneman wants to talk to you. So then, just say who it is you want to talk to. And I think you understand what I'm trying to say. Hat. That cough's been around way too long. I hope you're mega dosing with vitamin C. Thank you. Yes, getting better every day. Miss K is in the house. Bill and everyone. Yeah, you guys don't know, I'm feeling so much better. I'm alive again. David. Oh, Dave in Morelia. I can only speak for myself, but I can do without the bath. That's funny. Okay, yeah, I'm still coughing, but it is getting much better. Okay, now a little tip. I was really nervous about, catching my flight, being on time. What kind of luggage can I take? Because actually the flight first goes into Mexico to get to Leon. First, I leave here at 6. and they fly me into Mexico City, and then they fly me into Leon. So, I had some questions about, well, once I check my luggage, how does that work? Does it go right to Leon? Do I have to pay extra for the luggage? I called, and I'm flying Aero Mexico. And Aero Mexico has actually an English website, and they have a 1-800 number at the top of their English website. And if you call that number, you speak to people that speak English. So I talked with this guy named Pedro for like a half an hour, and I had all these annoying questions for him. A couple of them I just told you, like, what happens to my luggage? But it ends up I had to pay more. Round trip, it costs $237, but then it's going to cost me another $99 for one piece of luggage. It's going to be a big piece because I've got all my I got my drone. No, I got technical stuff and clothing. I'll be gone for a week. And so Pedro hooked me up. Something I found out from Pedro is I can use my Mexican senior citizen discount card with Aero Mexico. I always use my Mexico senior citizen discount card when I take the bus, because then it's 50% off. So if I'm not mistaken, when I took the bus to Morelia, I had to take the bus to Guadalajara, then Morelia, and I think total, I think it was about 1,200 pesos, which is like $60 one way. But with my senior citizen discount card, I got 50% off. So that turns like $60 into like $30. So Pedro at Aero Mexico told me, I said, well, can I use my senior citizen's discount card? He said, yeah. If you use that, you'll save $100. So it was like a 30% discount. The thing is, you have to use your senior citizen's discount card when you buy the tickets. So what does that mean? Well, that means when you call them up, I think you would have to call them up and order your tickets through the phone. And then I think it's like it may be 40%, 30%, but that's good to know. That's a lot of money. So right now my total's around $320 for the trip. And that would bring it down to about $220 round trip. That's a lot of money. So that's my big tip for Mexican air travel right now. The senior citizens discount card is real easy to get, and it's very handy. And for what it's worth, you even get a discount when you go to the movie theaters. You get 50% off going to the movies. And the movies are cheap down here anyway. Like, you go to the movie theater down here, it's like $4. $4 to go to the movie. But if you have your senior citizens discount card, it's only $2. Can you imagine that? In the United States, it doesn't cost like $85 to go see Barbie, something like that. Whatever. So let me get back. Let me get back over here where we're going to see. Let's see what's going on now. Let's see who's talking. Now, okay. David, thoughts on Morelia for a Spanish beginner? There you go, David. They're asking you, and David's wife. David's wife is a Mexican, and that's, I mean, if you can be have a girlfriend that's a Mexican, or if your partner is Mexican, they speak fluent Spanish. That's a real bonus. And I speak my Spanish is pretty good, so I feel comfortable going anywhere in Mexico. I'm not fluent like If I have to go talk to doctors or talk politics or talk legal stuff, well, that's going to be tough. But just day-to-day stuff, meeting people, how are your kids doing, how many kids you have, where you live, how much money you have, you want to get together, go up to my apartment tonight, stuff like I can do all of that. But for most places, and most Mexicans speak some English. They'll help you out. Dave and Karen coming in December. Love your channel. Thank you so much, Dave and Karen. Where are you going? Where are you going in Mexico? Ms. K, one day at a time. I love discounts. That great. Kudos for Pedro. Yeah, right on. Discounts are the bomb. The bomb. Ken Art. Bill, check your travel credit card if you have one. The ones with travel credit will cover baggage. That's good. Thank you very much, Ken Art. I'll have to check that out. Dave and Karen, how do you get a senior citizen card? Okay, now that's good. There is... Oh, I'm going to tell you how I got my senior citizen discount card. There is a governmental entity in Mexico. It's called DIF. And you go there, and it's almost they're national. They have offices all over Mexico. At the time I got mine, I was living in the Chapala area. So and the DIF office, and you can go, you can do a search for Mexico DIF, and they will list all of the offices throughout Mexico, and you can see what who offers discounts, what hotels offer discount, what airlines, what bus services. Oh, also you can use your discount card for pharmaceuticals also. So you go in there. Now, once you go to see DIF, here's what happens. You're going to need some ID, like a residency card or a passport. I would take both. Take your residency card and a passport, and you will need this thing called a CURP number. That's CURP. CURP. So everybody that gets issued a 1-year, 2-year, 3-year, 4-year, or permanent visa from Mexico gets this CURP number. And you'd never know it, but it's right on the front of the card, and you'll see the letters CURP, and right after that it's the CURP number. And what you do is you print out your CURP number, and you think to yourself, well, how am I going to do that? How do I print out the CURP number? This is so crazy. Because they have these things all over Mexico. Everywhere in Mexico, they have these things called papelerias. And in English, that would be like a paper shop. And, they sell stationery, pens, pencil. They have copy machines, fax machines. And they have them about every 4 or 5 blocks in Mexico. Usually it's just some little place. And you just go in there and you say, can you print out my CURP number? And they say, well, sure. And if you have your residency card, you just take it into the stationery shop. You give them your card. They go into Mexico's public system. Anybody can put your CURP number into Mexico's public system, and your CURP comes up, and they print out your CURP. So to get the senior citizens discount card, you go to DIF with your residency card and a passport and a copy of your CURP in paper, and you fill out a very basic form, And some places will give you your discount card the same day. And when I got mine, we had to wait 24 hours. We had to go in, fill out the paperwork, get it all done, come back the next day. They had the card, and it's free. So whatever. That's how you do that. Brian Angland, where are you living now, Brian? Now I live in Mazatlan, Mexico. And for you people that don't know where Mazatlan is, let's take a peek. That's why I have this handy dandy map here. Let's take a peek. Let's zoom out on Mexico. Here we go. You can see Puerto Vallarta down here at the bottom of the map. Here's Guadalajara over here. And here's Mazatlan right up here. I live in Mazatlan. And like Verlaine, she lives over here in La Paz. I want to make a trip over there, but I think I'm going to. And there's Cabo San Lucas. So Mazatlan is on the west coast of Mexico. That is where I live now, but I think that soon, well, when my lease runs out, oh, why is that still there? When my lease runs out, which will be in July, I do believe I'm moving up to the city of David and Maria in Morelia. That's the plan right now. Ensenada and San Miguel de Allende to look for a future home. Okay. I tell you what, Dave and Karen, if I were you, I would find a spot for about 6 months. And I think that girl would tell you this, or even William Mustache Stoneman. William Mustache Stoneman has thoroughly traveled Mexico. He's gone to the East Coast, West Coast, Central Mexico. But before you buy anywhere, I'd come down here and rent somewhere for about 6 months, a year, maybe go to San Miguel de Allende. I get real plus and minus messages. There may be too many Americans there for you and Canadians, unless you like that kind of thing. But I would find a spot and just stay there for 6 months to a year and just travel and see what you like. I mean, this trip, like right now, I'm 99.9% sure I'm moving to Morelia in July. Let me think about this. But I'm going to this new place I've never been to before, Lagos de Morenos. I've never been to. I'll be there next week. I might fall in love with that. I mean, it's in Mexico. It's so easy to fall in love, and and San Miguel de Allende is going to be more expensive. It's going to be one of the most expensive places in Mexico, but if you got that big jack money, who cares? If money is no object, just go somewhere and buy a house and be happy. Whatever. Ms. Sam, thank you very much for contributing to the channel. Sorry for the call, folks. It should be gone by the next broadcast. Hey, I feel good. And if you feel good, you look good. And I know I'm looking good today. Woo-hoo! Oh, and I got little notes here, because when I get off of this broadcast today, I'm going to go right to the dry cleaners and pick up all of my laundry so that I can pack all of my clean laundry for my trip. And then I'm going to go to OXXO, which is like 7-Eleven, and pick up some beverages. And so that's going to be a lot of stuff. And I'll be walking. So I have this brand new suitcase with wheels. So when I'm going to get, I have a backpack I usually carry around. And, I can throw some beverages in the backpack, if I go to Walmart, I can throw my stuff in there. But if I'm going to have a lot of stuff, I just take my suitcase and it's on wheels. So I'm going to walk over and pick up my stuff and then walk to OXXO, which is like 7-Eleven, get some beverages and some milk and other stuff and throw all that stuff into my suitcase on wheels. All these places are only like 4 blocks away. And I'll be rolling. You hear it? Rolling. And the suitcase, I'm telling you, man, if you come down here, I never thought of this until I got my new suitcase about 2 weeks ago. But it's very handy. Throw all your stuff in your suitcase. And I see these Canadians that live in my building, and they're walking around with all these bags. And, these people are like 70, 75 years old. They can hardly breathe anyway. And they're sweating, but they got 5, 6. Oh, we just went shopping. You should have taken your suitcase, put that stuff in your suitcase, and then you just roll that stuff all around town. That's what I do. I'm just saying. Okay, David, here you go. David, this is my man in Morelia. He called me up out of the blue about a month ago. We're connected through WhatsApp. He called me up about a month ago. Sometimes he sends us pictures. I share them. I think he'll tell me. I think he's from somewhere in Kentucky, maybe Knoxville. But his wife, Maria, is Mexican. And here you go. If you don't have someone who can speak Spanish, you should probably start practicing. That's funny, but it's true. Learn the Spanish you can learn. I'm telling you, man, learn. And the more Spanish you learn, it'll change your life. Now, let me say this. I did a couple of videos. I put up Katie Ibarra's real estate video last Sunday. Then I had an interview with a lovely couple from Boston. They're an African-American young couple from Boston, and they live in Merida. And they've been there for 6 months. And I put up part 1 of that interview on Thursday. But they were just they were just saying how wonderful the Mexican people are. And they're learning Spanish. They have a private teacher that they go to see that comes to their house every week. They're doing Duolingo. And I tell you, my dry cleaner, her name is Alejandra. She speaks no English. And then she has an assistant there, Louisa, and she doesn't speak any English at all. And when I walk into that place, they kiss me and they hug me. They call me Memo. And they talk to me and tell me all about I know all their kids' names. I went to drop off my laundry yesterday, and Alejandro wasn't there, and Louisa was there. And I said, Louisa, where's Alejandra? All this is in Spanish. She's on vacation in Los Cabos. She owns this woman travels, man, all over Mexico. And they give me hugs and kisses. And if you can just practice your Spanish, learn a little bit of Spanish, all you have to know your money. Know how to say 50 pesos, 100 pesos, 55 pesos. 500 pesos is different. You would think it would be 500, which would be 500 pesos. Cinco is 5. Cien is 100, 500, but it's not. You don't say that. If you say 500 pesos, they know you're a foreigner. The word for 500 pesos is 500. They break all the rules on that, but learn how to say your money. But learn how to say hello, goodbye, where's the bathroom? Learn your basic stuff like, learn how to say Learn numbers generally, and learn to ask, how many kids do you have? That's the big one right there. ¿Cuántos hijos tienes? ¿Tienes hijos? ¿Tienes esposa? Do you have a wife? Do you have a husband? Once you ask these people about their families, you are in. Because then the taxi drivers, the people at the grocery store, your neighbors, once you start asking these people about their families and they tell you, and then you want to ask them, oh, ¿tú tienes hijos? ¿Cuántos? How many? Okay. Well, how old are they? Oh, okay. Are they in school? Where do they live? Learn to ask those questions, and then your life just changes. There you go. So learn about your money. Learn about your money, how to say that, and just practice, and you'll be fine. Okay, we have 58 people in the house and 29 likes. And if you're looking at your fingers like this, if you can see your fingers and they ain't doing nothing, put them on your device and hover over that little like button and click it. We got 29 likes, 58 people in the house. Okay. So we interviewed Terrence and Lakeisha in Merida last week. That's a 3-part interview. We posted part 1 on Thursday. I'll put up part 2 tomorrow. Very, very interesting couple. He's a barber. He's a black barber. I don't think that will come out until part 3 of the series. I'll put that up on Thursday. That's totally weird. He's a barber, and he actually has clients, and he's picking up clients from. They just started a YouTube channel. They're picking up clients in Merida, and I asked him, "Hey, do you cut Mexican people's hair too?" He says, "Yeah, I'm a barber. I can cut anybody's hair." So that's how he makes a living. His wife, Lakeisha, she's like a financial analyst or something like that. They have money. But anyway, the 3rd part of that series will go up on Thursday. And let me say now, before I forget, I will not be broadcasting next Saturday. I thought I would be, but I will not be broadcasting next Saturday because I'll be busy. And here's what I found out. A lot's going on with where I live now. This place has really flourished. Now it's really expensive to live in this place. You want to live where I live now, you're going to pay about $1,100 to $1,200 a month. But this place is the bomb. They put in like a little gift shop on the first floor. This place has 8 floors, and you can go in there and you can buy milk, bread. You can buy Prego, spaghetti sauce, a little bit of soup, Coca-Cola, milk, eggs. They redid the deck. Whenever you see me do a video and I start out with, "Hey, this is Bill the Geek broadcasting not live," I'm up on that deck. They put a lot of money into that deck. They put in thousands of dollars of exercise equipment up on the deck. I mean, they had to put in, like, just this week, that's like $10,000 worth of up on the roof overlooking the ocean. This place has evolved into the bomb place to stay. Staying here is not going to be cheap, and then they got that awesome swimming pool. Canadians fill this place up every winter, but this place has really evolved. This place, and it's called Hacienda del Sol. Hacienda del Sol. In fact, I'm going to make another video about this place. When I moved in a year ago, this place was not like this. So I'm talking about all of this for a reason. Okay, so So I was telling you, I will not be broadcasting next week. I will not go live next week. And here's the reason. My landlord, who lives in Durango, I have over there, I've got a sliding two-door window overlooking the ocean. In the bedroom, I got a big window in there. And bedroom number 2, I got a big window in there. And they all have those blinds. You know, they go up and down. You can see a crack in there, you know, and da-da-da. So they started falling apart. This happened about 6 months ago. It really didn't bother me. But you know, I was talking to the landlord, who is fabulous. My landlord is the bomb. And she's a sweetie pie. She lives in Durango, which is like 3.5-hour drive from here. I think she's really rich. So I told her about the blinds. That was like Monday or Tuesday. And she says, Bill, you can't live like that. I mean, you know, we'll have to take care of that. I'm coming down tomorrow, and we're going to get those measured and replaced, because you can't live like that. I mean, all I have to do is send her a message, and she gets right on anything. If I send her a message right now, she's going to get back with me in about 5 minutes. Swear to God. Her name is Gabrielle. That girl is on it, and she's a cutie pie, and I think she's single, and she got money. But so she comes down. She was here. What's today? Today's Saturday. She was here Thursday, and she comes with her son, and she speaks fluent English. I mean, she speaks better English than I speak. She's totally Mexican. Her son speaks fluent English. He's a real perky young guy, you know, looks like he works out a lot. And he comes with his fiance. So the three of them, they've been here twice. And they came in, measured for my blind. So when I get back, they're going to put in all new blinds. But I told her son that I was going to Lyon for the balloon festival. And he's been there. He went to the balloon festival. He said it's fabulous. And actually, I'm babbling a lot, but I'm going to bring this to a point. I actually have a point to why I'm babbling about all this stuff. But he went to the balloon festival, and he told me, make sure you get there early to see the balloons go up in the air. Like 6:30 in the morning. The balloons take off around 6:30 in the morning. So if you want to see them fly, you got to be there very early. He said around 10:30 in the morning, they land and they stay on the ground the rest of the day. And it's just a big fiesta party. So the thing starts next Friday. So I'll get there on Friday at 6:30 in the morning. I'll have the drone with me. Hopefully I can put that up. And then I'm going to go back Saturday and see what that's like. So because I'll be there when the balloons are up in the air next Saturday, I will not be broadcasting live. Yeah, so I babbled a lot. I just went off. I was just over here talking. But that's something to put on your map. It's the largest Latin American hot air balloon festival, and they do it every November, and it lasts for 4 days. It's supposed to be a huge party. But I'll have a ton of videos. They have balloons of all shapes and sizes, bands playing, all kinds of food to eat. And when I get back in 2 weeks, when I go live again in 2 weeks, I'm going to have stuff to show you folks. That's right. Because I'm Bill the Geek. And when I go live, I want to have good stuff to show you guys. We have 60 people in the house. 37 people have clicked that like button. I'm waiting for those other 40 to click the like button so that my rankings go up in YouTube. I'm 150 subscribers from 10,000. We're trying to make that happen. The buck stops here. Hola, Bill. Glad to catch your live stream. I'm visiting Puerto Juarez near Cancun in January 2024. I've got plane tickets, Airbnb, and a 6-month temporary visa along with my passport. Any advice? Well, Puerto Juarez near Cancun. Let's look at the map here. Let's do this. No, let's not do that. How about this? No. Can we do that? Let's do that. And for the, you can say Cancun, but and I've been there years ago, but here you go. Here's Guadalajara over here, and above Guadalajara is Mazatlan that doesn't show on the map. Puerto Vallarta is over here, and the couple that I interviewed, they live in Mérida, right here, Mérida, and they say it's in the Yucatan. So to the west of Mérida is Cancun, and let's zoom in a little bit, and here is Puerto Morenos, and let's see if we can find your spot. You said it's near Cancun. Well, hey, all I can say is show up and travel. What I've heard about that area is that it is very hot. Let me turn that off. I've just heard that area is very hot all year round. And I was in Cancun years ago, and it was hot. But my only tip is show up, and you're over there in the Yucatan on the far east coast. Get inland and travel around, or just stay there for a year and travel around. And I think that area is going to be more expensive than most parts of Mexico. But that's just what I think. Let me keep rolling here. Let me keep rolling. Uh-oh, I got a little technical thing. What's going on over here? Let me close. I got to close something over here. Let's see now. Okay. Dave and Karen, thank you. You are very welcome. Just doing my job. Verlaine. Is it 60 or 65 to get a senior citizen's discount card? You can be 60 years old. Verlaine, we've done 2 interviews with Verlaine. She talked about how she got her visa in like 2 weeks, not showing any financials down here. But 60 years old is the magical age for a senior citizen discount card in Mexico. William Mustache Stoneman, San Miguel de Allende prices are jumping too fast. There you go, man. I'm telling you, I'm hearing that a lot. San Miguel Allende is very popular with Americans and Canadians, and it's expensive. It's like Ajijic and San Miguel de Allende. It's like they call it those are the San Franciscos of Mexico. If you go to a place and you see a bunch of gringos, a bunch of them like Ajijic, San Miguel Allende, those people just come in and raise the prices up. It's like they almost double the prices. And if you have the money, right on, go spend the money. But that's why I'm moving to Morelia. I was there for almost a week. I didn't see any gringos for a week. That's why I moved to Mexico. I love, gringos. Everybody's my friend. But I moved to Mexico to live in Mexico. you know, and when you go to places and you see a bunch of Canadians and Americans, the prices are high. There you go. Okay, so let me scroll down here. 60. That's right. There you go. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Hat. The only thing to recommend Northern Baja is the proximity to San Diego, which is hard to beat. Okay, yeah, if you want to be near the United States, right on. That girl definitely explore the country. There and that girl, I tell you, she's a rocket scientist. I don't know how she keeps all stuff in her head, but there are many amazing places, but there is no one size fits all. Knowing your likes and dislikes really well will be your best advisor. Enjoy the process. And that girl, she has explored many places in Mexico. She knows what she's talking about. She knows what she likes and what she doesn't like. Mexico is vast. So it's like, it's like marrying your high school honey. You're in high school. I'm from Columbus, Ohio. I had never been to California before, let alone Mexico. I had only been to the East Coast. I don't think I made it to New York City until I was 16. I hadn't been to Texas, let alone Europe, Mexico, Turkey. What? So you marry this, your high school honey, you think you're going to be with that forever? Hey, man, don't do that. Don't, then you have 5, 6 kids. You're only 16 years old. Don't do it. No. When you move to Mexico, just show up. Don't get married to the first place that you show up at. Come down here and look around. Look around, because for all the high school sweethearts you thought you were going to love, you're going to find a bunch of them, and you're going to love them all. And it's like Crosby, Still, Nash, and Young said, love the one you with, travel and love the one you live. And that's what that girl said. That girl said, love the experience of finding what you like. What do you like? Go to places and love the one you with, but don't get married. Don't come down here and just get married right off the bat. Ms. K, bags on wheels. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, girl. That's what I'm doing. I never thought of it. I've been here almost 20 years. I never thought of that before. But I tell you, man, as soon as I say goodbye, I'm going to get my bag, my suitcase on wheels, pick up my laundry, go grab some beverages, and I ain't carrying nothing except an umbrella. Thanks, that girl. See that girl. That's why you need to show up whenever you can, because you guys just thanks for the suitcase tip. I tell you what, and I love all these people that are here. Our family people, they show up every week and share information. That's what we do. We just share information. Mary Jane, I was so into the interview when to be continued. Can't wait. Mary Jane, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mary Jane. On this interview, Lakeisha, the audio is a little bit shaky because Terrence, his voice, he has a super bass, low voice. I mean, I can't even talk. So some of his words are hard to hear, but with Lakeisha, you can hear her perfectly, but some of his stuff is hard to hear. And some people even left comments, says, the audio is a little shaky. Well, it happens. So, but thank you so much. I will put up part 2, Mary Jane, will go up first thing tomorrow morning. It's already done. It's edited. You'll get a to be continued thing at the end of that. And I will put up part 3 first thing Thursday morning. Thank you so much. And Mary Jane, thank you for contributing to the channel. It's greatly appreciated. Brian Maiden, I'm still learning. All right, I'm on 81 days streak with Duolingo. I'm starting to remember more words, but still putting sentences together is still hard, but it's coming along great. Brian Maiden, my advice to you and for anyone that is learning Spanish, play a game with yourself. The game is speak Spanish to yourself as much as you can. Like if you're, and it's stupid stuff like, well, I'm going to take out the trash, or I'm looking for some milk. When you're at the store, I'm looking for bread. Tell yourself, when you're in the store, think to yourself, buscando por leche, buscando por pan, buscando por arroz. Start thinking in English. That's how you practice. When you're watching television and you see a hot woman on the television like Morgan Fairchild, just say, ooh, chica caliente, woohoo, stuff like that. Ooh, yeah, oh, quiero, oh, when you want a beer, think, quiero un cerveza. Start thinking to yourself in Spanish. Now, fortunate for me, I was in that relationship for 8 years. She didn't speak no English. So now half the time I think in Spanish. I just do. Half the time I don't even do it on purpose. But so that's my tip. Start thinking in Spanish. And Brian Maiden, good for you. Good for you. Okay, now let's see here. Miss Sam, Bill, please stop eating and drinking dairy products. Most people are lactose intolerant, especially. Okay, I can do that. I'll start drinking soy milk. Thank you very much. Lenora Wilson, I really enjoyed the interview with them. Looking forward to seeing the rest of the interview. Thank you, Lenora. Thank you guys for the feedback on that interview, and they're very interesting people. Part 2 will go up first thing in the morning. Axel Foley in the house. He stopped. Axel Foley, when are you going to continue that Beverly Hills Cop series? I love those movies. What are you doing? You sitting here watching my show when I'm waiting on your new show to come out. But whatever. Good morning, Bill. I know you visited Morelia. What are the pros and cons? Do you recommend living there? We got Dave and Maria in the house. They live there. I loved it. And that girl, I told that girl that I'm going to Morelia. In fact, I think she suggested to me, Bill, I think you would really like Morelia. And she told me, Bill, I think that if you go and visit Morelia, you're going to want to move there. And she hit it right on it. I went to Morelia and I fell in love. I fell in love with Morelia. And it was just a feeling. I wanted, they have many big town plazas and many park benches and many streets with benches under trees on the streets. And just this feeling just came to me. And I met Mexican people. I sat out on the street on this park bench under a tree, just watching people for like 2 hours. And I met a Mexican attorney. He was on his motorcycle. I don't know why he was standing there. And he came over and we talked for about an hour. And I've got his business card right over here on my kitchen because I want to email him because I want to stay in touch with him because I don't have an attorney there. And I fell in love with the place. Also, the climate is good. I'm done. Like for those people living in Merida, it's hot and humid there all the time. Cancun, same way. Puerto Vallarta, like right now, the weather is getting almost perfect here. The humidity and the heat is almost gone. It'll be like that for 5 or 6 months. But this summer was terrible. It was unbearable, hot and humid. I'm done with that. I'm not spending any more summers like that. So Morelia, when I got there, it was mid-July. And I would leave at 7:30. I would leave my hotel at 7:30 in the morning. I had 2 hoodies on because it was kind of chilly outside. But by 10 o'clock in the morning, it was 72 degrees and sunny. Hey, I'm gone. My new hometown honey is Morelia. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, we have 59 people in the house. We have 45 likes. And look, see these things here? These are called fingers. See these fingers? See these finger thingies right here? You can use those. Use those fingers. Reach down to your keyboard or to your cell phone, whatever you're using to watch the broadcast. Take this finger right here and click the like button. It helps my visibility on YouTube. And then I make more money on YouTube and I can travel more and show you more videos. So if you would, click that like button. Thank you very much. Let's go down here and see what that girl's talking about. Yes, and we're here. If you're new here, we get together. Some of the people you see here today. I mean, I started broadcasting live about 2 years ago. And I don't want to mention names because you people, you've been coming like every weekend for like 2 years. we are like family. You will see people come in here and they will say, oh, hey, welcome family. That's what they say. That's what they do. Welcome family. But that girl, I mean, she's been coming forever. Brian Maiden, Jack Webb, Axel Foley, and I don't want to, but we're like family. So when that girl talks to Brian and says, that's awesome. And that girl's been doing it for 639 days. And I want to say this. When I was in Ohio, we had a very unique basketball team where I went to high school. It's a long story, but they won the state of Ohio basketball championship 2 years in a row. And these guys were phenomenal. It was like an all-white school, and they had a black coach who was the biology teacher, Mr. Penn. And so he recruited these 12 black inner city kids to come to the school, and they kicked ass. It was fun. And I asked Mr. Penn, I said, Mr. Penn, how can I get on the basketball team? How can I get good enough to be on the basketball team? Which I never was. And he said, just practice for 1 hour a day. Just practice for 1 hour a day, and that will make you good enough to be on the basketball team. Well, I didn't do that, but that was his advice. So like that girl saying right here, that's awesome, Brian. Keep it going. Just keep it going. Keep practicing and don't stop. Annie, bon voyage, Memo. Bon voyage, Memo. Memo is my Mexico name, and Javelino flips Annie, my friend. In fact, I just emailed her last night. She's in Canada right now. Her father passed away. She's taking care of business. She lives here in Mazatlan. She's been up there for about 2 months now. Thank you, my friend Annie. And sometimes I send her music clips because that girl can dance. Thank you so much, Annie, for contributing to the channel. Thank you so much. Can't wait to see you when you get back. Axel Foley, Morelia. Yes, it is the bomb. Hawkins. All of y'all joining late, but glad I could caught the live. Hope everyone is well. And what I didn't say, what I didn't ask was you guys went through time change. This is our this is our first time getting together after the time change. So this was kind of cool and groovy for me because I started the broadcast at 9 a.m. my time, which is 10 a.m. Central Time. So that was cool because when I was doing it, I was starting at 8. So I get up at like 5:30 in the morning, get my groove on, so take all my fentanyl and all that kind of stuff, and you shoot up my heroin, you know, get the hookers out of here first thing in the morning. But now I don't do it until 9 o'clock. The hookers can stay a little bit longer. I can do that extra shot of morphine. Woo, so it gives me more time. So I was just wondering if I was on time because I try to go 10 a.m. Central Time. So whatever, but it seems to have worked out. Ray Garcia. Is Puerto Vallarta beach areas fine after last month's hurricane to visit by Thanksgiving? I think that Puerto Vallarta, they didn't take hardly any crap after that hurricane that wiped out Acapulco. And having lived in Puerto Vallarta for 10 years, they may take some hurricane swipes. But I tell you what, the places that are affected the way that I think that they were affected, they have all that stuff all cleaned up like the next day. I mean, there are restaurants on the beach. And after a big storm in Puerto Vallarta, the restaurants, they have like 6 inches of sand all in the restaurant. But I tell you what, 24 hours later, all the sand is gone. And Ray Garcia, gracias, amigo from Texas. And thank you very much, Ray, for contributing to the channel. That is greatly appreciated. Hat, hey, Lowell, what are you talking about? Lowell, the 6-month rule is tried and true for getting to really know a place. I plan to wander for the first year, doing a month each in each area, and then circle back to the top 3 and stay later. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, because I was dating this woman down here recently. I was dating this woman down here, and she told me how much in love with me she was, and all that kind of stuff, and I just wasn't there with it. And I told her, well, I'm just here to see how long your attention span lasts, okay? And that's the way it is with these cities. Like Mazatlan, when I first came here, I said, I got to live there. I just got to live in Mazatlan. But I've experienced enough of Mazatlan that I'm moving. That's all I can say, okay? I mean, it's a great place. It's a fabulous place, but I'm moving. Low, Axel Foley. I also am really interested in Morelia. Okay. Jack Webb. Last month, I was driving through Arkansas, saw a man pulling a suitcase along I-30. My dad said, them dinky A wheels ain't going to last long. That's funny. Sometimes a suitcase with wheels isn't good. Yeah, I'm wondering when my wheels are going to break. Yeah, whatever. David James. I'm sorry. Why are you ballooning? While you are ballooning, my wife and I will be on vacation in Cabo. Now, I haven't been to Cabo yet. Like I said, the lady that does my laundry, she's in Cabo right now. I've heard excellent things about it. Verlaine lives near Cabo. She lives in La Paz. Who was I talking to this week? I had a taxi driver. My Uber driver grew up in La Paz. He said it's great. He was Mexican, bilingual. He said it's really nice, but it's very expensive, very touristy. But I do want to check it out. Lenora Wilson, Brian, I'm on 81 days too. Go, Brian. Go, Brian. Go, Brian. Okay, yeah, 81 days too. You guys go. Morgan Fairchild, sure. I bet she doesn't look too good now, but in her day, she was hot. Okay, I'm sorry. Give me some Morgan Fairchild. That's right. I ain't proud. Sorry, folks. Sorry. Ken Art, Bill, I just researched that transfer Amex points to Aero Mexico. Amex, American Express. Bill, I just researched that one can transfer Amex points to Aero Mexico. Ken Art, thank you so much for sharing that tip with us. And thank you very much for contributing to the channel. Greatly appreciated. Okay, Bill, I just researched, did that. Brian Maiden in Canada, thank you for great advice. Pretty boy, thank you so much for joining us, and keep on practicing. I play the flute. I think one day I'm gonna play the flute for you guys. I play jazz flute. I can play with about any blues band. I can just pick up I can not touch the flute for about 5 years. I can pick up the flute and play with Muddy Waters. I can do it. But I really need to practice. I want to practice more. I need to practice for like 30 minutes a day. And I love to play, but I got to practice. And it'll take my flute playing to a new level. Great advice on thinking, Mary Jane. Yeah, think in Spanish. Think in Spanish. Bill, soya. Not good. Switch to coconut milk. It's healthy and delicious. Thank you, Miriam. Thank you very much. David, hey, Bill, you should probably stop promoting Morelia so much. The gringos are going to start crawling out of the woodwork. David, that's David and Maria. He sent some pictures last week, and I think he lives on the edge of town or in a suburb or something like that. And him and his wife Maria, they went into town to go to lunch or something like that. He said he'd never seen so many gringos, and he's a gringo. Okay, he'd never seen so many gringos in Morelia since he's been there. Oh yeah. I'm going to stop. I'm not going to make any more videos about that. Good morning from L.A. Matomi, great you could make it. Great to see you in the house. Hat is in the house. Rudy Clemens, good morning, Rudy. Tell your lovely wife, Sheila, that I said hello. Great to see you here. Ms. K, one day at a time. Happy faces. Al Simon in the house. If you're willing to share the heroin and the hookers when you get to Morelia, drop a dime on a brother. That's funny. That's really funny. Now, the really funny thing about what Al Simon just said is that for some of you people that are not Al's age or my age, you may not understand what drop a dime means. That's Al. That's the really funny part. Some people don't know what Well, drop the dime means I'm going to drop the dime on you. That means I'm going to have you killed, right? But in the olden days, when I was young, they used to have these things called phone booths. And these phone booths would be on the corners in the cities, maybe at the grocery store. They'd have these pay telephones. You put a dime in there, and then you could call people. I remember I was in a town about 40 miles outside of Mazatlan, very small Mexican town. And this Mexican lady said, come here. I want to show you this. And she showed me a payphone. And she looked at me and she said, this is the way people used to make phone calls with these things. They call them payphones. Okay. But drop the dime. When I was in college, what was that? That was almost 50 years ago. When I was in college, if somebody upsets you, you would say, I'm gonna drop the dime. I'm gonna drop the dime on you, man. I'm dropping the dime on you. That means I'm making my call. I'm gonna have the boys come visit you. Drop the dime. Drop the dime. Okay, you guys, we got 56 people in the house, 47 likes. If you haven't clicked that like button, please give help a brother. Oh, we got a bunch. I thought I was out of messages. Let me keep rolling here. Lenora Wilson, I'm going to leave a message under the video you did with Lady on not having to show much financials. It was hard to hear everything she was saying. I would like to get the attorney's information. That is Verlaine, and I don't even. She told me she didn't even have the attorney information. But I tell you what, he's an immigration attorney in La Paz. Just go to Google and do a search for La Paz immigration attorney. Try that. Ms. Sam Bryan, I am an American senior citizen. So excited to live in Mexico, so I learned Spanish very quickly. Good for you. I thank God for Duo. He pushes me frequently. Never give up. Just think in Spanish. There you go. Think in Spanish. Hat, practice talk. Oh, I practice talking Spanish to my cat, which doesn't matter because she never listened anyway. Very good. And I tell you what, some people in speaking Spanish, they're scared because they're scared they're going to make mistakes. But I met a guy, Paulo. I think he was an American guy, and he was a lot older. He was probably 70 when I was like 45 down in Puerto Vallarta. And he said, my Spanish is bad, but I don't care. I just go out and I just speak the Spanish that I know. I don't worry about it. And that's another thing. Just release your fear. And a big Spanish phrase to know is ¿Cómo se dice? ¿Cómo se dice este? ¿Cómo se dice? How do you say? ¿Cómo se dice este? Este es pluma. ¿Cómo se dice este? Este es vaso plástico. ¿Cómo se dice este? Este es una taza de café. How do you say this? Or another big phrase to understand in Mexico is no entiendo. No entiendo. No entiendo. I don't understand. Just stop people. If they're telling you stuff you don't understand, say, I don't understand. And Mexicans will help you. They have these things called synonyms. For every one thing that you're trying to say, there are like 15 different ways to say it. And I'm going to say 90% of Mexicans will help you. They'll use a different Mexican word for this. Like some Mexican told me something this week. I didn't know what they meant. I said, what? Oh, ¿qué es? Que es, they'll say some word, blah, blah, I don't know what it means. And I'll say, que es este? Que es, and then they'll explain to you what it is. So, como se dice? How do you say this? Que es este? Y no entiendo. There you go. Ask. Ooh. Oh. Ken Art, soy milk promotes estrogen. No bueno. Okay, I don't know what I'm going to do. Axel Foley, is Morelia hilly or flat? I am going to say that my experience in Morelia, I am going to say it's flat, but it was not totally flat. Like, I was at a hotel that was 7 blocks from El Centro, the center of town. And to walk to the center of town, I would have to walk a very slight incline, not a challenging incline, but a very slight incline for about 4 blocks. Then it just flattened out. And then all around Centro was totally flat. Where I was at the hotel, it was relatively, really, really flat, though there was a teeny incline. But it was not like Ajijic or Guanajuato is not flat unless you're in El Centro all the time. I mean, you got to be in shape to live in Guanajuato. Or I hear San Miguel Allende, the same thing. But Morelia is, I'm going to say it is relatively flat. It's flat enough for you not to have any problems. That girl, don't forget, as you head over to Leon, it's a different time zone from Mazatlan. Leon is 1 hour ahead. Thank you very much, that girl. Manny, is there a cost to have a senior citizen discount card? Did not hear your answer to that. No. Seniors, yes, there is a fee. There's a slight fee for the senior citizens discount card. It's $500 US. So before you go to get your senior citizens discount card, just send Bill Dallas Lewis $500 US. But do that before you get your card. So if you're thinking about getting a senior citizens discount card, send Bill Dallas Lewis $500 US, then go get your card. There you go. No, actually, Manny, I'm just pulling your leg. It's totally free and very easy to get. And I love mine. And once you get it, okay. When I'm taking this trip this week to Leon and the surrounding areas, I'm going to go into many galleries and museums, and all of those places, it's 50% off. And all those places are relatively inexpensive. It's going to cost you like $2 to get in, $4 to get in. Oh, they have the aquarium here in Mazatlan. That costs like $8 to get in. But with the senior citizen discount, it's half. You go into a museum, it's half. You go into an art gallery, it's half. I've been on those telefericos. Those are like those cars that fly through the air. They're hooked up. Those are going to cost you money, maybe $5, but senior citizen discount card is only going to be $2.50. Whatever. Here we go. Ray Garcia, I dropped a dime in 97 while unknowingly standing on an anthill. Ah, that's funny. That's hilarious. On an anthill. No fun. Taking your off on a public street. That's funny. That's hilarious. Manny. Unsweetened coconut milk is a better choice. Thank you very much, Manny. Brian Maiden. Just realized less than 2 months I will be in Puerto Vallarta. And I tell you what, Brian. The weather, the weather is going to be perfect by the time in 2 months. By the time you get to Puerto Vallarta, Brian, the weather will be perfect. I mean, I haven't been to Vallarta, and but I was there a long time. I do remember I used to go out dancing a lot at nighttime. And I remember going to one of my favorite discos in Puerto Vallarta, and I had on like a sweater. And I was dancing, doing my thing, and I didn't even take the sweater off. That's how comfortable it is in Vallarta in January. It'll be totally enjoyable. We have 56 people in the house. We have 49 likes. We have dollarinis and contributions. Thank you so much. You crack me up, Mary Jane. I tell you what. I just want to have fun. I do love living in Mexico, and my next door neighbor, directly next door, the next apartment over, she's a Mexican. And she comes out and she speaks to me in total Spanish. And she comes up to me yesterday at the pool and she says, Bill, I'm leaving. I'm going to Europe for 3 months. Will you water my plants for me? And we have an adjoined porch out here overlooking the ocean, kind of. And I said, well, sure. So she's going to Italy. She has a daughter in Italy and another daughter in London. So she's going to go visit them for 3 months. So why am I okay, Bill? Now I'm trying to figure out why I'm saying that. I forgot. I'm getting old. I just had a brain fart. Sorry, folks. Don't know what I'm talking about. That girl, always a pleasure, Bill. Enjoy your game day. Adios, amigos. Thank you, that girl, for joining us today. Ms. Sam, that is unverifiable information. Soy milk is good for you. Consider the source, not propagandize that erroneous lie. The milk industry is responsible. Thank you. Manny. Oh, there you go. Manny, for the Inapam card, there is a small fee for the photo they take. Okay, Annie. Okay, very good, very good. Yeah, no, and it really depends on where you get the card done. Oh, yeah, you have to get a photo. I forgot about Annie. Yeah. When I got my photo, you can go there, and where I went, they did not take a photo there. And they say you'll need a photo. Do you have one? I say no. And they told me right where to go. They gave me the photographer's address. He was like a block away. You go over there, they take a photo. So yeah, you will have to pay for the photo. Thank you, Annie, very much. Jack Webb. Miriam and Manny are right. Unsweetened coconut or almond milk are better for humans. And he is in the medical industry. That man, we already have, and these are the family members we have. They've been coming here for like 2 years, helping us all out, helping us keep on the straight and narrow. Hat. Coconut everything is the bomb, but watch out for all that arginine, just like other nuts. Oh, okay, you guys. Right on. Okay. Coconut coconut milk, Bill. Annie, more lactose-free options in MX than I've found anywhere else. Well, thank you, Annie Flips. Okay. And good. And Ken Art, thank you very much for the bourbon tip. My extended family love them. Okay, you guys, I'm getting ready to get out of here. I'm getting ready to get my suitcase. Go to the laundry place, go pick up some beverages. Then I'm gonna start packing and watch some football and really chill out. I'm getting ready to dissolve. But I tell you what, like today, I didn't have any pictures for you guys. I didn't have any video clips for you guys. And I really love it when I do that. But I tell you what, man, when I come back in 2 weeks, I will not be going live next Saturday because I will be under the balloons taking videos for you guys. But in 2 weeks, I will have so much video and pictures so that I'll be showing you guys stuff for 2 years off of this trip. Okay, now, Ms. K, looking forward to see your live video on Saturday the 25th and to hear the experience you had from the festival. Ms. K, I'll be happy to come back here and show you what I got, girl. Have a beautiful weekend and a wonderful trip, Mamo. Thank you so much. Later, peeps. Later to you too. Thank you, Verlaine. Thank you so much. That girl. I'm really gone this time. Adios, chica. Adios, Messina. Adios. Have a great weekend, everyone. Annie, great to see you here again. Can't wait till you get back to Mazatlan. So here we go, you guys. How do we do this? I'm going to click this button over here. And then I'm going to say, broadcasting live from Mazatlan, Mexico, I'm Bill the Geek. If you would like to contribute to the channel and you're watching the replay, feel free to go to, go down in the description and you can click a button down there and then you can contribute using PayPal, Visa, MasterCard, or American Express, or just go to buildthegeek.org and go to the FAQs page, and there's a donation link there also. But anyway, broadcasting live from Mazatlan, Mexico, I'm Bill the Geek, and we make videos about the joys of living in Mexico. I love living in Mexico. I wish lots more people can enjoy living down here. It's awesome. So, and it's a lot cheaper. There's a lot of love down here. There's zero violence, zero crime, unless you're selling drugs or buying drugs. But love you all. Adios, amigos. Adios, amigos. Hasta luego. Que te vaya bien. And I'll see you in 2 weeks. Love you. Bye.